In this video, I'll guide you through how to convert text into vector shapes in Adobe Illustrator so you can edit and scale it just like any other graphic element. This is especially useful when you want complete control over the look of your text, or when you're preparing artwork that needs to be sent to a printer or shared with someone who might not have the same fonts installed. First, make sure you already have some text on your artboard. It can be a headline, a logo, or any text object you've created with the type tool. Once your text is ready, switch to the selection tool. This is the black arrow icon, usually found at the top of the toolbar on the left side of your screen. You can also quickly access it by pressing the V key on your keyboard. With the selection tool active, click once on your text to select it. You'll know it's selected when you see the bounding box and anchor points around the text object. Now that your text is selected, you're ready to convert it into outlines. Go up to the top menu bar and click on Type. In that drop-down menu, choose Create Outlines. As soon as you do this, Illustrator will transform your live text into vector shapes. At this point, your text is no longer editable as regular type. You can't change the wording or the font through the character panel anymore. Instead, each character has become a vector object, just like any shape you might draw with the pen tool or shape tools. Visually, you'll see anchor points and paths around each letter. This is what it means when we say the text is converted into vector shapes. Each letter is now its own editable path. That means you can work with it on a very detailed level. If you switch to the direct selection tool, the white arrow, and click on a specific part of a letter, you can grab individual anchor points and handles to tweak the curves and angles. This is how designers customize letter forms, create unique logos from basic fonts, or adjust spacing and shapes in ways that aren't possible with normal text formatting. Because your text is now made of vector paths, you can resize it freely without losing quality. Scale it up for a large poster or shrink it down for a small icon, and it will stay crisp and clean at any size. You can also reshape the letters, combine them with other shapes, or use tools like the Pathfinder panel to merge or subtract parts of the letters for more complex effects. Another benefit is that you can apply fills, strokes, gradients, and effects to these outlined letters just like you would with any other Illustrator object. For example, you can add a thick stroke around the outside of the letters, apply a gradient fill inside, or use effects like drop shadows and distortions. Since the text is no longer dependent on a font file, you also don't have to worry about missing fonts when sending the file to someone else. Just remember, once you create outlines, you can't edit the spelling or font style unless you undo or keep a copy of the original live text. A good habit is to duplicate your text layer before outlining, so you always have an editable version if you need to make changes later. That's all there is to it. By selecting your text with the selection tool, going to Type and choosing Create Outlines, you turn your text into flexible vector shapes that you can fully customize, resize, and style with complete control.